goodness. All right. Okay. Back to, and I got a friggin' AI bot. Oh, perfect. You know what? Ben. That was quite fast. Annoyingly fast. Okay. What was I going to say? All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the VOD. Because I'm essentially treating this as VOD from now on. Because I don't think anyone's really going to be sticking around to just watch me type crap. But we're continuing on Chapter 7 to read Chapter 7 of my book, Hidden Class J.O.A.T. And to is you could read for those interested, you can find a link in the YouTube description to go to royalroad.com where you can find the chapters 1 through 6 as well as the intro. The previous chapter 1 through 6, if you want to read them, go ahead. You can read it there for free. And if you're curious, and if you want to get ahead of the game, you can jump on. You can watch these streams. I am not. I have a quote unquote schedule that I put down, but I have not been following it at all. But for the most part, I am probably just gonna be streaming from whenever I feel like it / when I have something I want to write. Because I mean, I could do gaming, but then like I don't know, my connection is wonky. So if anything, this is just not to mention I play boring anyways. So anyways, just to recap where we left off, we essentially well in chapter 6, Goma or like yeah, never mind. Right here we're basically Goma's going through her explanation of how Junwoo's class will suffer early on because his class is a hidden class, a jack of all trades, and the thing that makes it special is it's a passive. Well, the first part that's special is it's passive, Master of None, which basically makes him whenever he levels up, or in classic RPG, classic video games, when you level up, you get one skill point or stat point that you could basically use it to up your health, up your power, up magic. Like think Skyrim. But for that's well yeah that's basically how it works for every ascendant in this world. But for our main character, because of Master of None essentially how it works is it keeps everything balanced perfectly, or as humanly possible. So when Junwoo levels up, he doesn't get a skill point, or he does, but then that skill point is immediately used and split apart into like pieces, so that way like it evens out everywhere. So instead of like upping his stats by 1, he's getting 0.2% more for each stat, like spread across. So he's not getting. If anything, it's a slow grind in comparison to other ascendants who have a more stable path or clear path. His path to power is basically whatever, no matter what he does, whenever he levels up, like let's say if he pursues crafting, he will still gain points in other stats that basically he does not need. Like let's say you're like, to put it in RPG terms, imagine you are a physical tank. Like you attack with like a sword. Like imagine like you're a tank with like a sword and shield. And with this passive, it basically means you will be getting like a bit of health and a bit of defense, but then like you're also putting some stat points into magic, which you don't use at all. So that's basically what Junwoo's master like is essentially gonna have to suffer through. is that no matter what he does, like if he only pursues one pathway, one path, he will basically be wasting. Well, he will basically be a very weak version of everything else, in a sense. But basically, because his stats are, but the upside is because his stats will always be even, no matter what he does. They basically, if let's say if he hits, let's say that all the stats are equal, all tens. So that basically means he could pick and he can if he was basically okay. So and that's where Goma picks a. This is where the headmaster sees a hidden potential, which is that if his stats are always going to be even throughout level up, then why not make use of all those? Because basically he basically this class he she sees the potential of this class like end game wise. Because imagine like a level 50, like let's say level 50, and just for the sake of it, let's say a classic DPS like a swordsman, like basically high attack, medium armor, low magic, you know. So if that is so like that's like basically like like let's just say mid to end game, like that's like the stat like how the stat spread looks. But for his class, it will always be medium attack, medium health, or medium armor or defense, and then medium magic. So, but like the fact that it's all evened out basically means he could learn some moves from swordsmanship, and like he could still learn defense moves, and he could also learn magic. Like basically what I'm saying is that she sees the potential of what this class can do end game wise, which is essentially everything. That's basically what she sees, like the potential of this class. And basically she has the crazy idea to basically make basically well she can't force it onto Junwoo, but then like she's making see like he's she Goma is a she, by the way. A giant bear lady. But basically she sees the potential and she wants him to basically go through the insane training that is to learn to do basically everything at once, or at least try to do everything at once. Like basically learn swordsmanship, like learn weaponry, learn magic, learn production, learn heal, basically every like like think of every class you could think of like in an RPG. He's gonna try to do all of them, like basically work up to levels of all of them. That's basically what Goma is basically saying to him. But yeah, that's basic. But yeah, training everything, learn everything, do everything. You know, that's basically what he's doing, and that's essentially where we left off. And now we're just basically going through. Basically, at the end of the day, Junwoo and them are leaving, but then like they realize that Junwoo doesn't have money, so they're just basically at a they're basically just like a blacksmith shop to just sell off some monster parts for money. But yeah, that's I'm just basic, but that's basically essentially where we left off. And basically, the reason why there's a gap here is because I just thought I could just add more stuff. But anyways, enough yapping. That like basically probably confuse people more than actually helping them recap. I'm sorry. I am really bad at explaining. I'm just so bad at explaining. Actually, nothing about it. Like, not too much. Honestly, I'm also really bad at telling a joke. Because if I find a joke really funny, like to me, then I will. I'm the guy who laughs through the joke. laughs to the punchline before trying to get the punchline down, or laughs before the punchline. So just like no one gets the joke or can barely understand or comprehend what I'm saying. But yeah, basically we are start essentially. But yeah, in TLDR, we're starting the training arc, and he's gonna train in everything because that's what his class allows him to do. Yeah. Now it's towards the end of the day. We're just leaving. Tomorrow, like we're leaving the area. We're gonna go find some place to sleep. But for now, since we don't have any he doesn't have, our main character doesn't have money at the moment. So we're gonna go sell some materials for money, and that's essentially where we left off. Which is on. Oh, okay. Upon entering the shop, they they stand they step up to another counter. Counter waiting for a receptionist. Just wait. Counter waiting. Soon a what animal should I make it? What animal slash person slash beastkin? I already use a bear. I already use a chameleon. I have Boro, who's a capybara. Let's see. What it? I don't want to use it. I could use a boar, but then I want to say the boar. I want to say the boar. So let's use. You know what? A donkey. Donkey makes the most sense, actually. Not to mention, yeah. Well, I mean, like, yeah, because I don't know. Donkeys are often like, I don't know. I'm like, I immediately think of when I think of well, there's two things. There's two reasons why I'm using a donkey. A donkey man. Uh, shows up to the counter. Okay, let's just say that first. Soon a donkey man shows up to the counter. But the reason why I'm using the donkey is, well, two reasons. Well, one is Pirates of the Caribbean, where there was a donkey in the shop, just like worked in the machine, you know. And then two, and it was it was like a flash game. I forgot what the goddamn flash game is called. It's like, was it Jack Smith? I don't think it was Jack Smith, but it was basically it was like the pizza maker games. Hold on, was it Jack Smith? I don't think it was Jack Smith. Yeah, it was Jack Smith. That's what I can't believe I remembered it. Yeah. For those who don't know what Jack Smith is, it's essentially a simple game where you know like those, how do I say explain it? It's basically those simple games where you actually, you know what? Oh wait, it's available. Oh, it's $6 to play it, or at least the new, I guess the new version of it. But yeah, essentially, how do I explain this? Um, essentially, it's what's it's basically you take orders, you build the weapon that they order to, or you uh well, not exactly like that, but basically it's just like a simple crafting, a blacksmithing game, and there's like a little bit of RPG element to it where because like basically the weapons you make will be given to some warriors, and then they will basically do battle in like a certain level. And once you clear that level, you go to the next level. You redo. It's a simple. It's a very simple. What's the word? It's a simple loop. It's a simple gaming loop where it's like I think the most famous one is like like pizza maker. What's it called? What's the stupid game called? What's the stupid game called? I know it's a pizza game, but it's basically those games where like you basically build something to an order. You try to get it as perfect as possible, and then if you get it better, then like you get better points for it. You know, it's but yeah, it's not that deep of a game. It's not too deep, but it's really fun. But yeah, I remember playing that game like that. I God damn it, actually think about it. I really do miss Flash games. But yeah, hold on, I could bring it up to page. Give me a second, just to show you what it looks like. Hold on, Jack Smith. It's essentially this game. If it's showing up, I don't know if it's showing up or not. Yeah, it is showing up. Good. Yeah, it's basically a simple. Yeah, Papa's Pizza. There we go. This is probably the more famous game. But yeah, it's essentially it's a simple you craft, you play, you do that. Honestly, I might try. I could play this. No, I'll play this on next stream. Maybe I don't know. I could try doing that. God damn, there's Happy Wheels too. That's another great. That's another classic. All right, let's go back to writing. But yeah, that's it's. But yeah, I'm going. I'm. There's too much of an off tangent thing. But yeah, that's just. It's not that deep. It's just that I just thought that donkey would work. But yeah, whatever. I'm what a tangent. Whatever. Let's go. So soon a donkey man showed at the counter. Covered in is this soot? Covered in soot. I think that's what it is, if I'm correct. Let me just look this off screen. Is that correct? Soot. Yeah, covered in soot. Covered in soot. The donkey man introduces himself. Introduces himself. Hmm. Welcome to Iron. Actually, no, branded. What would be a good name? You know what? Insert blacksmith blacksmith shop name. I'll keep this for now. Welcome to that. I I am the owner. I am the master of this shop. I am the master shop. What should his name be? What should his name be? Actually, you know what? Actually, I think no. I'll just use branded hoof. I don't know why sound that sounds both wrong, but not real. But branded hoof. And the master of the shop. Master of the shop. Let's see. What was this? Should be a name. What would be a good name? What would be a good name? you, you know, I can't, this is so dumb, but this is so dumb. But hold on, how to? This is such a dumb joke, but I'm going for it. Who Festus? Who Festus? Who Festus? Festus. And the message itself, who Festus? That is such a dumb. It's so simple, but I love it. Who Festus? What? And welcome to Branded Foot. I'm Master. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Your which is always to a blacksmith, which is always a new material. Upon entering shop, sounds of metal, sounds of hammers, sounds of hammers. A uh clanking. No, not clanking. That doesn't sound right. Or clashing. Clashing upon hammers hitting metal. And oh, metal ringed. Ring throughout 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 the shop. Shop followed followed by the quenching of followed by the quenching of a metal and heat quenching of metal heated hot metal. Yeah, sounds of hammer. Also, upon entering the shop, sounds of hammers ring throughout the shop. Upon enter upon entering, the sounds of these sounds of hammer sounds of hammers. The sound of Hammers ring throughout the shop, followed by the quenching of hot metal. People of all manner and character. Manner and character were working without were working focused and undeterred focused undisturbed. From the from the from the giant minotaur to a from the giant minotaur to a humble mouse. The air of their will is only matched by the I know this. No, that sounded bad. Hold on. A mouse. Everyone worked tirelessly. Junwoo could only be could only be amazed by the level of craftsmanship. Craftsmanship and camaraderie. Kama. I spelled this wrong, but can this get? Oh, camaraderie is that actually alone or with others? Alone or with others? Camaraderie. Soon a donkey man shows up to the camp. Walks up to them. Covered in soot, the donkey man introduces himself. Hello. Welcome to the branded hoof. I'm the master of the shop, Hephaestus. No, I'll say the Hephaestus. Greeting. Greetings, well. Honor to meet you. To meet you. Save the what's the word? Not pleasantries. Let's see. Hold on. Not pleasantries, but it's like politeness, but no. Save the courtesies. Save the courtesies. What can I? What can I do for you? We're selling materials. Albeit not much. Not much. Oh, one cash, I see. One cash, huh? Sweet. Let's see what you have. Festus. I am gonna have it annoying trying to spell Festus. Festus leads them towards the table. Leads them towards the table. May not the table, a table. Leading towards the table. Gesturing to them. Or gesturing to them. Gesturing them. Gesturing to them. Lay them on the table. Lay them on the table. I cannot speak. I cannot speak. I cannot type. Jesus Christ. Lay them on the table. Junwoo does as he is told. Does as he is told. Taking out all the remaining pieces of taking out all the remaining pieces of the 1,000 legged. Those are like cobras mandible. like cobra. Cobra's mandible. Mandible. Hephaestus. Hephaestus carefully examines all the pieces carefully as he calculates a price in his head. Not bad for a first timer to get a fang off of a 1,000-leg cobra, albeit broken as it is. Not bad for a first time, albeit as broken as it is. Yeah, that's... Sorry. Before long. But before long, he slowly but surely realigns all the pieces. All the pieces on the table. Pieces of the table like a puzzle. Like a puzzle piece. Puzzle piece. I must say it's a bit small for a one of them snakes. No. For one of them snakes, no. Like puzzle pieces. Piece by piece. Piece by piece. A piece. Jesus, I cannot type for crap. Piece by piece. These shards begin to recreate the large fang. Is this everything? Is this everything you have? Not no, not exactly. No, not exactly. No, not exactly. I used some to create a weapon. No. Do you have it on? Do you have it on you? Really, really, really now. Really. May I take a gander? May I take a gander at it? Drew then takes out the cobra brush spear. Although interesting, it pales in comparison to the other weapons. Was hanging around the shop. With it pales in comparison to the other weapons hanging around the shop. Versus on the other hand, held more interest than Junwoo did. Interesting. Quite the ferocious looking weapon. I think that's about ferocious, right? Ferocious. I do not know how to spell correct. Oh, ferocious. There we go. The ferocious looking weapon. Looking spear. Hephaestus. Hephaestus picks up the the spear, examining every detail. Heavy, heavy on the front. On the front. Simple. A simple a simple shaven tree branch as base. With each twig, with each ending with a blade. Perfect for covering the front and staving off any aggressor. Maybe on the front, simple shaven tree branch as a base, with each ending with twig ending with the blade. Perfect for shabby but efficient. Aggressor. No, wait, you do. We'll shaven tree branch as a base, with each twig ending with a blade. Perfect for covering the front and staving off any aggressor from every detail. Branch. Swinging. Do every detail. Doing mock swings. Swings and thrusts. Doing mock swings and thrust. Wow. Checking. While checking each piece. Every blade individually. Individually. Each blade individually. Okay. Eventually, each ending with the broken sharp, broken shard. Perfect. Meant to, meant for covering the front and staying with any aggressor. Not bad, but too. Hmm. A simple concept. but has yet to be proven. Statement of any prisoner as a one-man spirit wall. One man spirit wall. A simple concept, yeah, that be proven with this. This one in particular. Hephaestus continues. Hephaestus continues examining the spear while questioning him. Places the spear down. Places the spear down next to the rest of the pieces. Before looking at the this one in particular. Before looking at Junwoo. Interesting. Interesting idea. Interesting piece of work. Right, that could. Interesting piece of work. I'd say 10 gold. Say 10 gold. 15 if you if you're willing, if you are if you're willing to sell the spear. Sell the spear. 15 if you want to sell the spear as well. Well, If you're willing to sell this material on the spear as well. Material on the spear as well. 10 gold. Two gestures to borrow. You come closer. Closer. Excuse me. How much is that? Having no concept of how much. Hmm. Who thought about it? No, he shouldn't. No, he shouldn't know. He shouldn't know how much gold is. I was about to write he doesn't know. I was gonna write he doesn't know, but then I was like, wait a minute. No, there's plenty of towers. They'll have essentially the same currency. But Juno thought about it. Tower gold. Hmm. Then actually no. What should I make the currency? Although I guess gold doesn't hurt too. I don't want because like I don't want to just take uh I don't want to just literally just take what people have said like just tower coins or whatever. Or you should use a tower gold. Tower gold? Hmm. Let's see. Then should I just use gold? I guess I can use gold for now, until I can come up with a different unit currency. Thought about it. Actually, yeah, 10 coins. I don't, because I could use tower coins too, but then it's just like, uh, but I also kind of wanted to be slightly more distinct. Hold on, I'm actually just curious. Currency. I'm just curious. Fantasy currency. I'm just curious. Fantasy currency names. Crowns, royal, imperial, sovereigns, marks. This rounds, plates, brass, copper, silvers, flints, and stones. Florins, drachmas, guilders or groats, septums or gil. Yeah, fantasy name generator. Let's see. White gold, Ravenclaws, credits, e-coins, Prometheus drums. Hmm. Cypher, Curiosities. Hmm. Bells, Perils, Kina, Neos, Halo, Dollars, Silver Eagles, Jinyan, Souls, Let It Goes, Elves, Beerus, Capcom Games, Zenny, 2D, Souls, Cash, Marks, Wounds Tokens, Credits, Red Orbs, comma, Echo, Guild. I could just use gold, but then it's like Platinum, Zuli, Maka. Actually, let me just like I think I got a word. I just look. Yeah. Hmm. I guess I'll just go. Let's go Tower Gold. Tower. Hmm. Uh, Actually, not think about it. I'm just curious. Pecunia is the Latin word for money. Hmm. Uh. You know what? Tower chips. Why not? Tower chips, yeah, tower coins. 15. 10 coins. 10 coins. Who thought about it? Currency. Thought about it. Although towers were connected to different worlds, they surprisingly share a currency. Tower coins. They surprisingly shared a currency. Tower coins. Tower coins. Where are roughly worth. Let's see. Hold on. Let me just look up how much is $100 in Korean in Korean won. US dollar to one Korean. I was gonna say 100. Let's see. That is roughly one 140,789 Korean US. Yeah, I'll just make it. I'll just round it up to 150. 150,000 won. One in Korea. As well, plentiful. They were also so hard to as well plentiful they are hard to come by for for people with no access to the towers. Before get before giving an answer, Answer. Junwoo gestures to Boro. Boro to come closer. How much would a room cost? Roughly three. Roughly 3 to 5 points a night. Roughly 3 is a nightfall. Hmm. Junwoo contemplated. If he sold. If he sold it. If he sold only the unused pieces. If he sold the unused pieces, he would you only have enough for 2 to 3 nights worth. But if he sold the spear, he would lose his main weapon. He'll lose his main weapon. Let's see. 3 nights worth. If he sold spear, he will main weapon. Hmm. Not willing to part. I'm willing to part ways. Part ways with. Do it. Oh, not having a weapon is actually let me hold on. Let me just rework this part actually. You know what? Hold on. Let's just make this more interesting. But you know what? Hold on. But I must say. But I must. But I must. Interesting piece of work. But I must say it's quite shabby. Quite shabby. How did you put this? How did you craft this? I must say it's a bit shabby. Yeah. Looking at the spear. Yeah. Preparing this. Randomly thought of put together. What's fish mishmash? of a spear to any other weapon in the shop makes it look Oh, what's a polite way to say half-ass? Because I don't want to. I mean, I could swear, but then like, title description, floppy, looks half baked. That's probably the best way to do it. Looked half baked. If not for the, did I give it a name? Well, no, I give it the J.O.A.T packs. The J.O.A.T packs. Did I name it? What did I name it? I did give it a name. Here's a new slot. No, I didn't give it a name yet. So crafting tool. Not for the crafting tool. It'll be much worse. If not for the J.O.A.T crafting tool doing the heavy lifting, it would look much worse. Look much worse. You know what? It will look much worse. It would look. Festus keeps eyeing the weapon. Keeps eyeing the spear on the table. Before making another claim, before making another statement. This weapon has potential. This weapon has potential. However, it's clearly Clearly needs work. However, clearly needs work and treatment to become a proper weapon. Proper weapon. Hey, dang, why did I delete this part? You know, proper before treatment become a proper weapon. It clearly needs work. Treatment to become a proper weapon. I'm guessing you don't have much. Much co much going on you, so you wouldn't be able. Uh, okay. Good. Hmm. God damn it! I'm just rereading this and just like. Um. Yeah. You know what? I'm probably okay. You know what? I'm calling it in here. But this is gonna be. This is gonna be a pain in the ass, but rework needed. I'm just gonna rework this whole friggin' part. All that effort for nothing, bro. And I just realized it was a freaking. I just realized it has been a stupid freaking. Son of a peep. Oh, the things I don't do when I don't look. And not have a moderator. But yeah. If anything, I need to. I'm probably gonna need to. Yeah, I'm gonna rework this whole thing late, like on next stream, because my brain is fried. Because like as I'm writing this, I'm like, okay, this is just going. Okay, this is taking forever. Or like, there's like a the pacing is ass. Is basically what I'm saying. So if anything, I'm probably gonna rework this whole thing as much as possible. But if I can't, then it's just gonna be. I'm gonna probably have to delete it. But yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching this VOD. Like and subscribe on YouTube at Rocky Tales Production. Follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Rocky Tales. And if you guys are interested in this, in my web novel, you can find chapters 1 through 6 on royalroad.com. Links in description and a link to the page on my Twitch, on my Twitch. Links links in the script YouTube description and a link on my Twitch page that will lead you to royalroll.com to read chapters, to read the available chapters. Next stream will either be, well, maybe it might be a game stream, but I doubt it. Well, next stream we're just gonna be reworking this whole thing because the pacing is completely ass. So yeah, but yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching and goodbye. This is a terrible stream. All right, bye.